Hello YouTubers, I'm back, and I'm going to show you what I did to try and hack the Distress Oxides, which I don't have all of the ingredients to do. I do have regular dye ink, re-inkers, and then Brilliance pigment re-inkers. I want to say the majority of what I have are the Brilliance. So what I was finding was I could mix Distress ink, re-inkers that are dye ink, as well as some of the Brilliance, which I only have 3 colors of, as you see. I have a purple, a green, and a red. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I can't say how comparable they are to the Distress Oxides. I would love to have them all just like I have of my lovely Distress inks. This is just one stack, and trust me, I have all of them because I'm obsessed. And trust me, it took a long time to get them. I think by the time I started, it was 2 to 3, maybe 4 years before they stopped sort of adding more. Like last year or the year before, they were adding 4 each season, so there were 12 by the end of the year, and that was it. I haven't seen them since because now they have Distress Oxides, which I would love to have, but may get some for Christmas. I'm not sure. I put them on the list, but I don't know. So let's see. Try red with this red, and I will get maybe something different, just sort of maybe jazz it up, see how it works. So what I was doing was pressing out some of that, adding some of the pigment, which I don't know if I have to shake it. Yes, shake well. So let's, and I hardly use these. I was wanting to use them for like homemade sprays. So I have quite a lot. Add some water. I think what I was doing before was mixing it with the paintbrush. Kind of getting the color that I thought would be kind of cool. Kind of cleaning this off a little bit. Oh, this already has. Now you can definitely see the Brilliance shimmering on through. It's got a gold underhue. You can see that. I don't know what you would call that, so I'm calling it an underhue, but I don't think that's a real word. And I know this probably sounds really loud to you right now, but it doesn't wake anyone else in the house. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now, this is regular Distress ink, and this is faux Distress Oxide. I don't know. You told me. Is that how it's supposed to look? It does kind of look like, oh, if I touched it, it will feel like chalk, but it doesn't. I think it does look a bit comparable. the one I just did in my previous video. Here are some other examples. I mean, obviously, there's not a shine on the one, but that's the only pigment re-inker that I have. And I did try with regular pigments and a pad, and I'll show you that. So, I have more pigment pads than I do re-inkers. Little ones like this. Those are dye. I think these are the regular pigment. This is a dye ink. So I think I'm going to just try with those right now. And then I have a few Brilliance colors. So let's try a purple. No wait, I didn't want to do that. Barb Stock, what color is this? I always forget. It's a shade of red. I had sort of gotten kind of one of each shade of each color. You know, like a blue, a purple, a pink, that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm trying to find a purple. Here it is. Ultraviolet Distress ink. Because of the fact that I just wanted to sort of make my own spray mixes, I sort of just got a color, one of each type of color family. And just called it Even Steven. That way then I can make whatever colors I wanted. So, let's see how this does. So, sorry, I need another sippy. And action. So, that said, you can tell a distinct difference between using the Brilliance and just a regular pigment. Now you do see some sort of shine. I don't know if the camera on the iPad is picking this up. Kind of see it right in there. There you go. Can you see that? So there is some shimmer, and the camera does not do it justice, trust me. But there is some shimmer in this, just as much as there is in this. It's just not as gold and all over the darn place. So that compared to, say, oops, this, I don't know. What I can see is shimmer, yes. Does it look slightly chalky? in comparison to regular Distress. I guess I do have chalk ink. Here we go. Sorry, chalk ink. For instance, brown. I don't know what color that is. I was a dummy and I put them on the wrong area. I mean, with that, it definitely looks like chalk. But do these look chalkier than Distress ink? Yeah. So I suppose you could do that if you didn't have the re-inkers and all you have is the Brilliance. You can just take regular pigment and press it out onto your craft mat or wax paper, however you're getting away with doing things non-stick. And then get yourself, Cottage Ivy, some dye re-inker, or maybe a regular ink pad. Oops, that's probably way too much. And then let's do a juxtaposition, Forest Moss. See how that mixes. Get myself a paintbrush that doesn't have purple all in it. See, I mean, look how cool that's mixing. I don't know if you can tell on camera. But let's see, actually, I'll put red and green together. And I have an ant crawling across my space. This Christmassy. That looks pretty cool. No waste, even if it's just a little. So I'm thinking, if you took my idea from my project before, my idea for my project before and took these really big ass, as my 2.5-year-old says. It's so big, he says, big. Real dramatic, like, it's hilarious. Folded them over and made them into a little art journal. You could probably paste on the other side a clean piece of lined paper. Give this to someone. It could be a fun little lined, lined art and actual journaling journal. Or you can just take regular old school paper, lined paper, put a good stack of it in the middle, use this as a cover. You know, I think that would be a pretty fun gift for Christmas, especially if you did a front cover like this. So yeah. But like I said, this is regular and this is Distress Oxide Faux. If you notice, there's green there and there's green there, and they do look quite dissimilar. I do think these look chalkier-ish than regular Distress. Enough to say, hey, what is that? Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I figured I'd throw that out there because I didn't have what most other people had when it came to the recipe of faking your Distress Oxides. So, yeah, I guess go on and give it a play and see what you can come up with too. So, thanks for watching. Bye!